Are you
Good
ready?
evening, everybody. How y'all doing?
Oh,
Glad you
shoot.
guys could make it. We are here. I guess I'll let Keith say hi too if you guys want to. Go ahead.
Hi. He just stole the show. I'm fixing to ask him if he's live. He's like, we're here. Um, guys, we're here. We're going to talk about, is silver struggling? Is it having a hard time moving past the 41? We're going to give you my opinion. We're going to give you Mike's opinion. We're going to talk about how dealers may be having trouble selling or may not be having trouble selling it on a retail level. But I do, before we get into that, I want to tell everybody, thank you very much for coming. We appreciate it. Your likes are appreciated. Super chats are appreciated. None of it's obligated. So just come here, enjoy the show. And yeah, what do you think? They should just come and enjoy the show, right? Ask questions. Please highlight your question with 3 question marks before it so we will be more easily seen by us. As when I start running behind the chat, and I do every single week, I stroll to the question marked comments. So again, I am slow, so I got to catch up every once in a while. We're going to be up here at or about 1 hour from now. So yeah, let's get to it. What do you think?
Well, I think we're here.
I don't know. Are you having any trouble? Is silver struggling? That's the topic. I know my pure ounces aren't selling as well, the generic ounces in the store, but they're not faltering so bad that it's what you would call a catastrophe or anything. But has your silver slowed down selling on a retail level, not wholesale, just the retail?
My retail and my wholesale, but it has slowed down a little bit. But that's okay. I like it. I like these numbers. I like how it's working. Yes, guys, if you remember, though, when it was around 37, 38, it kept rocking back and forth. We kicked that 40. Now we're kicking back and forth from 41. Am I worried about it? No, I'll keep buying. So, if you guys got stuff to sell, I'm in.
Now it does appear that silver is having a little bit of time. Keep it above that 31. Right now, ask is $40.96 for silver. Gold, however, is keeping above the 3,600 mark. It's sitting at ask of 36.33. It's been higher than that. What about 33.60 or 70 somewhere in there per
Well, it
ounce?
dropped back the other day underneath 36.
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it got down to 35.85.
I must have been sleeping. So we want to say hi to everybody in the chat real quick before we go any further. Let's start off with
36 again today.
I'm going to scroll up and see what we can do and maybe get some questions.
Yeah, let's get some questions.
Gold Dragon, Visterian, Dale M. Thank you for coming, guys. Ron, AZ, Ty McFadden, Steve LaPointe, John Jacobs, Wendy. Is it? Hey, I got a serious question for you, Wendy. Is it windy where you're at?
I thought that was a serious
question. That's a terrible dad joke. I know. I'm terrible at those.
Yeah.
Farm Dog.
That's why he's doing this and not comedy, because he fails at it real bad.
Danny Johnson. Yeah, I'd never make it. I would have to pay them, and then they'd still kick me off the stage. Ty McFadden, Penny Scout, Farm Dog, John Jacobs. I think I just keep saying the same names over and over. Wow. So let's scroll down and try to find some new names. New people. Robert Pintoff is here. Hello, Big Rocky is here. Gas Man is here. And we scroll down. I'm almost back down the bottom again. Doug Chipley says, hello, everyone. Be sure to hit the like button.
Already did.
Kevin Hawthorne. Yoke Fan. Hello, coin friends. Thank you, Yoke Fan. Appreciate it. Sir Alfred, question. Big fan of the hype button. A lot of channels have not enabled the feature yet. Talking about the hype button, I've seen it on our channel. When YouTube rolls out these new features, they put them on a few test channels. So yeah, if you like to use the hype button for the channels you like, go ahead and hype it up. It does allow YouTube to feed that into their algorithm. And if there's a channel you like, it'll hype them. Every hype works. So yeah, not everybody has it yet. Wolf Tracks, I did notice it was on ours. Mrs. Coin Crew's in the other room, but she's on this channel. Ben Stacking is here. Fervid's Finds. Here we go. I'm new. Well, I've been here a while. Just don't chat much. I listen. Well, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Fervid Finds. Thank you very much for your support. There are a lot of people here like Fervid. They just chat, or they don't chat. They just listen, rather. And it's, I don't think I got a voice you can go to sleep to, but, some people like
I'm
different
falling
voices.
asleep already.
Well, maybe then I'm the channel that people will turn on at night and then fall asleep, and then it'll run the whole video. I'll get better retention that way. We got Liza Jane here. Here we go from Gold Dragon. Has the dealer never had enough cash for something they wanted that walked in the door? I think you said as a dealer, I think is what he meant to say. As a dealer, have I never had enough cash for something I wanted that walked in the door? No, that's never happened to me. Has that ever happened to you, Mike?
No.
It does happen to some smaller shops. And here's the advantage I got over other shops my size, is because my shop's not as big as my brother's here. If I ever had a problem like that, I would just pick up the phone and say, "Yo, bro, I got this. Give me some money." He'd wire it over, and I'd buy it anyway. And then
we have access to his account, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we have access to
we put it right in there for him when he needs it. So yes.
And we also have access to other funds.
And I got other dealers that call me sometimes, and they write the people a check, but they tell the people, "Can you put it in the next day?" A lot of people understand what they're doing. They let their customer knows, "I got to sell this off, and I'll bring your money. I'll have it there in the morning."
But some dealers,
and it works for them. I mean, don't get me wrong. Make sure you know your dealer if you're doing it. You don't want to just give anybody your coins. We usually help local dealers out if they, we don't have their account set up. We'll let them run over and pick up their money real quick and go do their deal. Of course, they got to give me the product.
There are some coin dealers out there. I've never had to do that with Mike, but I know that option's available. But there are other coin dealers out there that are smaller than me that don't have that option. They don't have a line of credit at the bank. They're just kind of small in a small town, or whatever the case is, or they just spent all their money on something else. I've seen that happen more over than once, but usually when those guys spend all their money on once, they have access to more money, right, Mike?
Yeah, there usually is.
But not all.
Some banks will give you a line of credit. Just remember one thing, guys. Interest rate is ridiculous on them. So make sure you can pay it off. Make sure, I always tell guys, maybe dump some of it. Don't try to hang on to it, because you don't want to get hit with that interest rate, because guess what? Then you made no money.
So here we go. Here's another one from MChat. Thank you, MChat. Appreciate the comment. Is there a specific silver gold ratio that you personally would trade silver for gold? Mine's 50. 50. What's your silver to gold ratio?
I still set 25-75.
No, not your ratio you're holding. You'll take some of your silver and trade it in for ounces of gold. Mine's 50-1. I would trade my silver in at 50-1. I wouldn't trade it all.
I wouldn't trade it all.
Well, I would. But then after I would only do so much, because I wouldn't want too much gold. I wouldn't want to oversaturate myself. A lot of that depends on, like he was talking, his 25-75. Well, I'm a 50-50. I just like the number 50. I wish I was 50 again. But in all seriousness, if it wigs my stack out of balance, if I was to trade silver for gold and I wouldn't be in balance, then I wouldn't trade at that time, no matter what the ratio is. I want the same value.
Yeah, I got some of my dealer friends that come in. They tell me I got a bad disease. They call it too much gold syndrome.
You do got a bad disease. Fervid says, it's mainly because I'm always coin hunting and my keyboard is pushed out of the way. Well, hey, thank you for taking the time. I guess he didn't get coin rolls from his bank tonight, but I do appreciate you listening all the time, my friend. Thank you. I've missed info on the hype button. It's usually when you go back, I've seen it, you go back and you comment on a video, that's when you can hit the hype button to hype the channel. That's where I've seen it on my channel. Is after the video live stream's over, if you go to a video, I've seen, do you want to hype it in the comments section, I think is where it is. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's something new. Robert Pintoff says, I'm curious, 10 years ago, gold was 1,000, gross increase 260%, silver was 15, gross increase 167%. Silver is slow to catch up and outperform gold. So
It will.
Yeah, I think that
my allergies are acting up tonight, but I'm listening.
I think silver will eventually outperform gold. I'm not saying it's ever going to be as expensive as gold. Don't get it wrong. But when I'm talking outperform, I'm talking if gold goes up 10%, silver at some point could go up 15%. I think the long haul, that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a bigger percentage rise on silver. And it goes both ways. Sometimes, like in 2024, gold just, it just cracked the whip on silver. It was just out of this world as far as performance. What did it go? Like 50% or something like that?
Yeah.
In 2024, from the beginning to the end, 2,000 to 3,000.
Yep.
And I'm sure silver will have its day like that too. It's like any investment. It's going to get hot. It's going to get cold. It's going to go up more. But tonight, we're talking about struggling prices. What could be causing part of the problem? I mean, it's anybody's guess, but my thoughts, Mike, on that is that I think some people are standing back waiting because, as you know, October is a volatile month for all the commodity markets, especially stocks, silver, and gold. And in October, most of the time, they go down, but occasionally they do the reverse and go up. It is a pivotal month for the stocks. It's a pivotal month for gold. Do you think that some of the people could be on the sidelines waiting to see how October shakes out, or maybe they're getting ready for it now is what they're doing?
I think you're going to see your buyers in October.
You think buyers are going to come back in October, which will mean that it's going to act just the opposite of what it does. Not all the time, but a lot of times in October, the markets go down, and silver and gold is a commodity as well as most things. So here we go. The Church Legal Center, thank you for your comment, my friend. He says, what are the premiums for half and quarter ounce platinum eagles? Jackie and I love your show. Well, thank you, Church Legal, and thank you, Jackie. We appreciate you guys watching. Premiums, retail on those. I know wholesale is near 100, is it not?
It's over. No, it's over 100 for us. The quarters and halves are reaching right now in the retail around 400. Ours is about 250 over right now if we want to order them.
No, you're talking per ounce. I just want to so they can understand per piece.
Per piece, okay. So you take that's $100 over then on your quarter.
Like 100 and a quarter over.
About 100 and a quarter for halves, because they actually, even in the platinum halves, just like the gold, they make less of them than they do of any of the other pieces.
Now, for your platinum eagles, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but they minted them from 1997 to 2008. Is that not correct?
Correct. They ain't even making them anymore.
So there's a little bit of
not on the eagles. They're not making the halves and all that right now. They haven't been since 2008.
So there's a little bit of numismatic value added in.
Yes.
So it's not a price per ounce on platinum fractional eagles. It's a price per piece. And it's usually like plus 100, plus 100 and a quarter wholesale. So if you can get it near that price, you're doing good. So that would make a platinum.
Some guys don't even want to let go of them.
Yeah, a platinum 10th ounce eagle, you're looking 138 for one, and then plus you're looking like 260 roughly. 260, 270, somewhere in there. So yeah, most people won't even let go of them like that. They just don't want to sell them, because they're hard to find. They don't make them anymore. Dad's Junk's got something for us. What is the most unique item that has ever walked through the door at y'all's shops? Oh, wow. That is, you're talking a span.
You're talking about before or what's heading my way?
No, he's sitting there saying, what's the most unique item? Dude, I've had that's a tough question. It's hard to remember.
Oh, I got to say it's my nickel.
Your nickel?
You remember my nickel that's been struck 4 different times?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. I've had 09 SVD.
It's unique.
Walk through. Unique, though. I don't know. My mind is blank. I'm gonna have to make a note on that, and maybe touch. My mind is. My wife probably knows unique things. I can tell you the grossest thing that's came in. Somebody had proof sets and mint sets and gold coins stored in a basement, and all moldy and stuff. We put that video on YouTube. Angel had her mask on and everything. That was I wouldn't call it unique. I mean, things like that make you forget the unique things. I've had some pretty cool piggy banks come through. I like those. You know, you get one from a local bank or a bank in another city. They're pretty cool. Okay. Okay, Robert Pinto says, underfinanced is the big problem in any business. Sad but true. And someone asked us that question a month or so ago, Mike, how much it would cost to open a coin shop. And that is the problem. A lot of people underfinance and they don't stay in business. And yeah, it's the truth about all businesses.
I bought dealers out at shows because they
wrong, I tell you.
Refused to sell at the price we were selling because they had too much in it. And in the end, they realized they had to sell because they had to pay off their bank, so they would sell me everything for under what I was selling it for, and I had a chance to help them sell it to our customers because I didn't have enough to fill their orders. Refused to give it for them numbers and sold it to me for less.
Okay, now you've got a coin show coming up in December in Joplin, correct?
I do.
And if weather permits, I'm going to try to make it. But there's a question pertaining to that show, and it's about gold. Do you think gold could hit 4,000 by the Joplin show?
There's a good chance. I mean, there's a really good chance.
There's a good chance.
I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not an analyst. I do not have a crystal ball. But if I had to put a card on it, I would say there's a really good chance my card's going to hit on that number.
Now, it took a while, but 3 years ago, you and I both are a couple years ago, you and I both said we're going to be looking at $3,000 gold before too long. It took a few years, but it's there. And I noticed I did a different video later, maybe last year. You said, don't be surprised if gold's going to hit 5,000. Now, these numbers we throw out there, we're not sitting there saying it's going to happen immediate or any given time.
Here's the thing, guys. Listen, everybody thought when the U.S. Mint released these sunflowers at the show and online, they would never sell out of them at $42.65. Guess what, guys? They sold completely out. They know something we don't. They can push it 4,000, have no problem selling out.
Yeah, a lot of times when the mint does that, the price usually catches up to the price they're selling it for in a few years. I've noticed. I've been keeping close track of that, and it's been
last November. I paid 36, just like you guys for the flowing hair, 36.45.
And where's gold at now?
Gold was only at I think around 3,100. Everybody said, "Oh my!" Or wasn't it?
No, it was 27.
Yeah, 27, 28. Everybody thought I was nuts paying that.
Where's gold right now?
Where is gold at today?
$3,630 ask as of this very moment. Oh, here, let's refresh.
What the heck does that tell you? Once again, guys, is next year going to be different? Is it going to pass up? It actually went higher than that today. It did hit 36.50 today.
Yeah, I seen that too. So maybe
I'm not scared to buy these gold coins from these guys because I keep on getting back a spot in the end for them.
Maybe the U.S. Mint has a line on where gold's going to be. I don't know. Here we go. Last First has a question. My local LCS is, well, that's what LCS is, local coin shop. My LCS does buy BU Silver Eagles and Old Libertads for $5 over. Which one would you buy first? If they're Old Libertads and they're BU, I'd buy those first. What say you, Mike? BU Libertads or ASEs at 5 over spot. If you was a retail customer, which would you buy first?
Libertads.
Yep. Old Libertarians. They got to be BU, though. That's the thing. Okay, we're playing catch up to the question marks. Edward Lee's got one for us. Yahoo Finance had an article yesterday with one analyst predicting 5,000 gold, $100 silver. What do you think will happen first, if any? Thanks. Oh,
Gold would hit 5,000 before silver hit 100.
yeah, it's got less of a run to get there.
And if any of you guys have listened to me for the last couple of years, I keep saying this, and I'll say it again. Gold will hit its peak before silver hits its peak. Now, will silver, I really do believe by the end of this year, beginning next year, we are going to still see silver finally break a new record.
Yeah, it's going to get past that
50 mark.
In 2012, I don't know if you
11. It was 2011.
You and I were at the shop. We were partners up here in Michigan, and we was looking, and intraday high was $51.47. It never closed that high, but that was right about the time J.P. Morgan slapped us with one or two of them Canadian.
3 boxes of Maple Leafs. Yes, I do remember that very well because it hurt like heck. Because I thought I did convince Keith that I think we should take these back. We'll probably be able to retail them, get more money at the shop. We brought them back. Silver was by Monday was at 38.75.
We lost money.
What the heck happened here?
Yeah, they say, oh, we want $2 back a spot. We're like, sure, we'll do that. Yeah, we learned a lesson there.
That's what we did. We
paid better attention to the market.
They really spotted us.
Okay, here we go. Are you seeing more people trade in sovereigns from other countries for Eagles and U.S. constitutional? I'm not seeing much gold trading back and forth. What about you?
No. And there's no way I would trade even up for any of that.
Okay, are you pushing YouTube ads? That was annoying during auction. We are not pushing the ads in the chat. If it comes up, exit out. It does exit out immediately. I haven't figured out how to get rid of that. That's something YouTube just put up there. I am sorry about that, but there's nothing at this time.
I usually push skip ad when I see that even on Silver Seekers and Rob Find Treasure. What I usually do is hit the skip. As soon as it comes up where you can skip, hit skip, and you're back in the program.
No, he's talking about in the chat if you're on a cell phone.
Even
ad
on my
comes
iPad,
up in the chat.
They come up, and I just hit the skip when it pops up.
No, you just hit the X, and it'll go back to the chat. There's nothing I can do about that this time. I'm way behind here. Let's catch up. What's headed your way, Mike? Spill the beans. You said something's headed your way.
Well, I got a guy until I get it. I mean, I seen the picture of it and everything. I made an offer. He said he wants to sell it to me. He's supposed to be flying in from California with a $5,000 note. No, I am not going to sell it, guys, when I buy it.
Must be nice.
I've never owned one. My wife told me I could keep it.
Dad's Junk says, I recently started falling in love with a lot of old world coins. Do either of you like foreign coins? There are quite a few foreign coins.
I have boxes of it.
You have boxes of it?
We don't even take them to shows because we like them. My wife is our foreign buyer, and she buys like she's collecting. So in other words, it don't leave the shop.
Here we go. J-Dog, thank you, my friend. $5 super chat. Much appreciated. Another one of them stupid ads. Just hit the X. It only comes up in the cell phones. It doesn't come up on the computer. I haven't seen it come up.
It comes up on my iPad, and it skipped.
Well, yeah, it does. I'm just talking a regular computer. 1794, flowing hair would be a unique and high grade to walk into. Yeah, but I've never had one of those. If you're talking about hard to get coins,
I have had one walk in, but guess what? The guy brought it in for me to contact Heritage so he could send it to the office.
You still walk through your door.
I didn't get to keep it though. Didn't even get a chance to buy it. He told me what he wanted to do, and he says, I was told when I called him that you could help send it through. And I said, yeah, I can do that. So that's, so the only thing I got to do was hold it, pack it up, ship it off.
2024 gold flowing hair and MS70 should go for at or about what? Not the privy.
They're going between 65 and 7.
Wow, that much already?
Now, if you got that's the Baltimore label. The other ones are going about 6.
Wow, get up there.
There was only 500 of them released at that show.
Peter Swingard.
More unique is the sunflowers. There was only 100 released at the ANA show of them.
With high prices, are you seeing more 90% gold and silver being melted? I'm not.
No. I'm
not seeing it being melted. The damaged stuff, of course, but that would get melted irrelevant of the price. Yes. I'm not seeing any more melted. Ida Heron, where is this where the party is? Thank you, Ida, my friend. We appreciate it.
About time you found the party.
Yeah, it ends in about a little over half hour, though, but we'll be here for a minute. Sir Blue says the all-time high for silver was approximately $49.50 per ounce. Peak occurred in 2011 during a surge in precious metals.
April
that was
11th.
closed price. That was not the intraday price.
Yeah, that was on the world market, Keith, when that really hit that.
And that's just, that's just an example of how stocks work, too. I bought stocks one time, $2 below its yearly peak, and it never showed it because it was outside the regular market. Well, if it's inside the regular market, it may not on stocks. Or I'm sorry,
when that silver drop was right after the Central States show in April. That Monday, it took the big drop.
I think that was who was that? George Soros says he's done 5,000 contracts. What did it? I could be mistaken, but I think
there was a ton of it drop. The good part about it is we had almost a bucket of 90% behind us too, and we had a company come up. They sent their grandsons up, and they said, Grandpa wants to know if he can buy that 90%. He had an order to fill. Luckily, that company didn't get stuck with it either. Somebody bought that 90% silver, prepaid for it. The bad about it is everybody took a big click that got caught.
Okay, Penny Cow says you can only buy with what cash is available. Is there a limit you guys hit when there is a huge spike and people dump their stack? I will not divulge that limit, but yes, I can tell you there is a limit. Everybody runs out of money.
I tell you what, guys, if you want to hear some of the type of limits, go to Silver Seeker. Watch his video about a year. It was about maybe 8 months ago. I was on there, and I talked about that. What could possibly happen if everybody started dumping all at one time? There is not one company can buy everything.
No, there's not.
So watch that video, and then you'll understand more. We don't have enough in this show.
Eric says he hasn't seen any ads, but he pays not to. Marco Polo, since the gold price keeps rising, do you think the 1/10, 1/4, and fractional pre-33 will become hot? I think the fractional pre-33 is already hot.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Now, when you're talking about gold, yes, the higher gold gets, the more people are going to want to buy the fractional because everybody has a limit to how much money they can spend. So they're going to have to.
I sell a lot of fractional gold, old gold. I still have a bunch on hand, though. So if you need some, just give me a call.
Ida, is the $5,000 coin? Which $5,000 coin, Ida?
Well, she's got a $5,000 coin?
I don't know, man. I wish I had $5,000.
Ida, if you was listening, I was talking about a $5,000 note, not coin.
Coin Curious, any advice on selling coins on great collections? Should you set the price or bid modern coins?
Okay, guys, great collections. I know them really well. They're great guys, but in any auction, if you know what you got in that, and I'm going to say this on any auction, they're always going to tell you do not put a limited bid on it. They want you to leave it open. The thing is, how much do you like that coin? That's what you got to remember. And so at that point, You put a limit there. If you want to sell it for 500, put 500. Don't let them auction it off on an open bid.
Yeah, never have a limit, have a start limit. Here we go, Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. I asked my LCS, and more people are buying right now. Think the fear of missing out has kicked in for some. That is probably true, because what I've noticed in my shop, I've had a shift of buyers, but it's still less than it was. I wouldn't say more. What do you say, bro?
I think my bigger buyers have stepped back for a minute.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. The bigger buyers are starting to step back.
Don't get me wrong. We stay busy in the shop, but it's not like I like my guys are. And don't get me wrong. I don't care if you buy 1 ounce or 1,000 ounces, but I like it when I got my guys coming in saying, "Hey, I want to spend $100,000. Hey, Mike, I want to spend 200." I got the guys now coming in. I want to spend 3,000. I want to spend 2,000. I only want to buy two 1 ounce. Them are the buyers I got coming in right now, not the big buyers, the ones that make a difference in the market.
I have noticed a lot of the $5,000-$10,000 buyers have slowed down a little bit. Yeah. And the ones, like you said, they're the ones that are picking up. But they're trying to get in, because a lot of those 1 ounce, 2 ounce buyers right now, they don't have it. Now on our Sunday Funday auction, it's pretty steady. Everybody pretty well knows what they're doing. They know what they want to get, and whether they buy that item or not depends on what their cash flow or the price for that item is that week. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. Okay, let's scroll down. So let's talk a little bit more. How do you feel about Whatnot? I'm up in the air. I'll never leave YouTube. That's all I got to say about Whatnot.
I won't use their channel. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I will or not in the future. I don't know what it is.
I will not.
I'm not leaving Whatnot. I'm not leaving YouTube, because YouTube gives you that personal connection that I don't think you can find it on any other social media channel. Okay, here we go. With the 1/10 ounce gold eagles all but 400, will money move into silver, as they can buy a whole lot more silver for 400? That happened in 79 into 80, I believe. Time or distance. Yeah, that is possible. A lot of people are going to start moving more into silver. And that could be why silver is struggling, because you got some people moving out that have a lot. And the people coming in just don't have, I guess they got broke buying gold. I don't know. What do you think? You think more money's moving into silver out of the gold?
Well, I don't know. I'm moving probably more gold than I am silver right now.
Okay, here we go. 90% selling and about 10% buying here in Manhattan. So they have a strong selling point in Manhattan. Well, there's a lot of people there.
Yeah, well, we sell 90% in our shop at spot. Are they selling it like that there in Manhattan?
That's the cash price if you walk into my shop. But if you pay via PayPal or anything and shipping, I've got all that figured in, and that's how I offer it up on Buy It Nows on my channel with all that figured in.
Oh, yeah, there's always going to be a shipping charge when I'm selling like that. It's got to be.
Bad Gateway says, Mike, that auction advice is very wise. I made a few mistakes allowing the open bid to be set too low. Thank you for that brilliant comment. I needed to hear that. And yeah, that is what you said about the auction.
Yeah, they hate you putting the reserve on, but guys, I'm seeing it so much. I walked into an auction, and I mean, I'm telling you, I walked out of there with a big handful of stuff. I could not believe it. I started bidding. Nobody was bidding against me. And it's nothing to do with you guys. I knew I bought it below sheet. It's just that I was in an auction. I mean, you know, what am I going to do? I thought, wow. And I realized how many people these people sold these coins for that probably didn't realize they could have got more if they just walked in my shop.
That's why you'll see like different auctioneers, different sites and stuff. You'll see it starting one place $1, one place $20, one place $100, because it depends on their flow. If they have a good flow, let's say Silver Seeker, for example, he's got a good devoted following that aren't going to let a 10th ounce of gold or an uncirculated MS-65 silver dollar. They're not going to let it go for $1. But if you don't have a good following, and like those people and whatnot, some of those people, and even here on YouTube, only have 5 or 10 bidders in there.
Okay, guys, now don't get me wrong. I am signed up to Whatnot. I do not sell anything. But this is for an example. I was in Kansas City, Missouri at a coin show. Guy come in, he has a Whatnot channel. Come in and bought a bunch of 10th ounce gold pandas from me. Went upstairs to his hotel room, took pictures of it, sent it to his guys to his shop to put them up for bid. I sold it because this is what they went for. I sold them to him for $300. I got to buy one back for $160. Back a melt of gold.
So a lot of that has to do with the following
And
you
Whatnot
have.
let me buy it.
So they were trying to build because when I first started on YouTube, every single thing I sold, I lost money on for the first couple months. It takes time.
But that's why I'm telling you guys this. If you know what you really kind of need for it, don't let them make you put a reserve on it. Don't let them give you that bull crap. Well, now if you put a reserve on it, we can't guarantee we can sell this for you. Probably won't sell. Well, you know what? If they're giving it away, I don't want them to sell it.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people, well, I do want to sell it. You don't want to sell nothing to loss if you don't have to. Okay, here we go. Last first says, bought silver at 32. Should we trade for gold now or wait a few more years? Personally, I think you should wait for the ratio to be closer.
I do too. I mean, man,
it's 89 to 1.
It's not a good time
like
to trade silver for gold. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that it's not. Silver is, and the ratio is what is about 89 to 1 or something like that.
It went blank. It was 88.96 or something. It's not.
Yeah, I think it was 89 to 1, and that's a little
88.99. Yeah, 89.
Okay, and you got to remember, a shop's going to have to make money, so they're going to probably tell you I'm going to do 5 or 10 ounces more. You're going to have to give me to get my gold, or vice versa when you're trading it in. Now, they're not really ripping you. Don't get me wrong. It might sound like it, but it's not, because we have employees we have to pay. We got to keep the doors open. So we got to make something. And we can't go even up. It don't work that way because, you
I'd
can't
go even up if you pay my
even
bills for a month.
Well, that's what I had a guy in there today when it was trying to buy a proof silver eagle from me. I said, I'm going to charge you $5 more because you can't order them from the U.S. Mint. But technically, really, was I? Because when you order one silver eagle from the U.S. Mint, you got to pay $4.95 shipping to
$5.95.
Or $5.95. So I gave it to him $1 cheaper than if he ordered it from the U.S. Mint by the shipping. But you know what he tried to get me to do? Why don't you sell it to me for what you paid? And I mean, 105. Come on,
You pay businesses, coin shops, clothing stores, car sales, or whatever. Everybody who operates a business pays a lot of money for rent, utilities, taxes, insurance, employees, and advertising. It doesn't pay for itself, so you can't sell something at exactly.
It's like when you guys see my show, I'm all over YouTube, but I'm also paying for advertisement and the fun topic in the ANA and all that. I got to pay for all that out of pocket. So what I'm telling you guys, when you're working with a shop and they say, okay, I'm going to charge you 5 or 10 ounces more to do that trade, it's not that they're trying to rip you, because they're not. They're just trying to make some extra money for the shop to keep it open.
And here we go. Talking about, you said something about the ANA. Gold Dragon says, what was going on at the ANA show on the second floor? We walked up there. There were coins with magnifying glasses, looking at coins. Was that the auction preview? I didn't go to the ANA show in Oklahoma. So, Mike, you want to tell them what it was real quick?
Well, technically, for one thing, I don't know how you got up to the second floor, because they wasn't supposed to allow anybody up there. They had the grading company up there grading coins.
But did they put the auction preview stuff? I thought they put that on the main floor. The auction.
That was supposed to have been on the main floor, yes.
Yeah, maybe they did something different.
No, the NBC had their grader people up on the second floor with their magnifiers and stuff.
And here is an example. Another person that goes to a lot of coin shows and visits a lot of auctions. Gen X says the auction house gets the hammer regardless if you lose money. They don't
do
care. They get paid whether you lose money or
You
not.
are
They
correct.
take a fee from you and they take a fee from the buyer. It's usually about 15 to 20% on each side.
Now, guys, you know, and this is why sometimes Kyle or one of them I heard used to say, bring it into me. I get paid 5% to send off your stuff from them. They take care of me. Don't get me wrong. But I can also save you money when we send it into them.
Yeah, it will save you a little bit of money by using someone who is.
And I can put it together. I can always put it together for you guys where you will not lose money on your coin, because I already told you what I would do. If you guys send me these coins and want them sent to the auction house like that, and I can send it to any one of the auction houses. I work with all of them. The thing is, if you guys tell me you want to reserve, I'm there working for you. I'm not there really working for them. I'm telling you this as a good advice. If you know what you got in that coin, you really need to have it. I will be honest with you. I will let you know what the coin's really going for, and I'll tell you if we stand a chance of getting it. You know, the bottom line is I'm not going to let you put that coin in there knowing you're going to lose money when you can have money made. So if you guys ever have any problems, you want to reach out to me, I'll be glad to help you guys out and get you the best money for your coins.
If someone wants to throw a link up for Mike's channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. Dad's Junk. I don't like buying on live auction simply because I can't see the coins well enough. I prefer shops, shows, and occasionally on eBay where I can at least take time, study a nice pick. Dad's Junk, I understand where you're coming from, but there's a problem with your part of your statement. A pick can be altered, unlike looking at a coin under a 4K camera. The lighting, a lot of times when you see those pics, they'll take and alter that lighting to make the coin appear to be different. And when you get it, you're like, wow, this is a little darker than it was in the picture. That's because they brightened it. But you know it's the same coin because it has the same nicks and everything. If you are going to use an online something, if it's a live auction, I recommend just asking them, hey, show that a little better. Because when you're looking at it in a live auction, unlike a live auction where there's pictures, if it's a video cam, you can see it almost as good as looking at it in person.
They will. And the other thing you can remember this: Heritage, great collections, Stacks and Bowers, Scotsman's Auction House, all these great big auction houses. If you ask them, they will send you a catalog so you can look at every coin in that auction and study it before you even make a bid.
And just remember, the lighting can be adjusted.
Magazine.
I bought a coin about 15 years ago from Heritage Auction. I got it. It was dark as crap. And the only reason I knew it was the same coin was because of the identifying marks on the coin, the bag marks and such. So, yeah, it's not always what it sees. And you can tell if the light's been altered by looking at somebody's skin or something you know the color of, that's in the image. Here we go. If the gold to silver ratio is 71, would a trade be 73 to 1 or more like 75 to 1? It depends on who you're dealing with, M-Chat, on that. He's saying a 3 or 5.
It's probably going to be 75, 76 to 1. It don't matter. Like I said just before, a shop has to make something. We have employees. We have a lot of different stuff goes in. We have electricity. We have to pay our insurance and everything else to cover everything. So, yeah, there's always going to be a shop's going to make a little bit.
Dad's Junk goes again. Oh, no doubt. That's why I said occasionally. I definitely like in-person overall. Oh, I love in-person overall for collectible coins. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying if you know who you're buying from on an online auction, it could be okay to still buy from them. Now, there are some things where it doesn't matter, like bullion and such. You can.
Well, just like once again, I'm going to tell you, if you see an upcoming auction and you want to look at that coin a little better, you can actually contact them They will let you see a video cam of that coin a little better, one-on-one. And these are the big auction house. They're set up to really let you get a good look at that
Yeah.
coin. You got to ask, but you can't. If you just go in when the auction starts, that's a little harder for them to do. But they do have, like right now, there is a big silver dollar collection I helped Heritage get locked down. It's in theirs. It goes on the auction block in about another 4 months from now. Not even 4 months. In January, it's going to be going in the auction. But they've had this since June. So it's not something they don't put all these auctions you see they're getting ready for. They've been going for a few months. They don't just throw the stuff, they buy it. And
Yeah,
throw
they're
it
not
right
me.
out the auction.
Where I put the stuff up and a week later I'm auctioning it. Put stuff up, a week later I'm auctioning. They don't do as many auctions as we do. They do like a monthly auction, but they're big auctions at the big shows. Sometimes it could be a year in the making. Okay, here we go. Gold
There's going to
Dragon.
be some really nice coins in that one.
Gold Dragon says, "What is the best loop to look at coins? I have a hard time seeing those mercury dime dates, etc. Over magnification.
I use a 40 power.
And that's if you really need to look at it. Now, 40 power is a strong magnifier. It can over magnify, but if you have trouble seeing something as small as a mercury dime, I wouldn't use it for grading coins. I just use my, for grading, I just use some 3 power glasses. The grading companies don't use anything larger than a 10 power. But 40 power for us old folks, sometimes is needed.
That's not true. That's not true. They got this machine now where they blow it up on the wall, and it's about a 40.
Well, no, it appears at a 40. It's only magnified a maximum of 10 times. It just puts it on a bigger image, so it
you
appears.
can look at it really good.
Yeah,
you can be blind and still see it.
When they grade it,
that's why I need to become a grader now, because my eyesight's gotten a little bit better.
So you can look at that big screen.
I can still grade that one.
The thing is, when you start going over a 10 power, you stand a chance of over magnifying the coin, and it doesn't look as good. That's why microscopes are great, because you don't necessarily magnify it more than 10. You can just get down closer on it and stuff like that. That's where the focus comes in at. I think that's...
I've been using a 40 power for the last 10 years or so, and I've been really good at sending them in for grading, getting my grades. When I go back there and look at some of the coins that I get from the U.S. Mint, I use that. And then I carry them out, and I get 70s on all my coins. So I must be doing something right.
Thank you, Robert. Okay, I'm actually caught up. So let's get back on the topic of the day. Is silver struggling? I
really don't think it's struggling. It's holding. It's holding its own again, and it did that several times this
break
year.
Free is my opinion. It's definitely
going to break. It's going to break. It's going to break. It's going to break that 41.
But yeah, it's broke the 41. It got almost up to 42. It's been over 42 on the futures. But the thing is it's struggling to get past that point, and that's what I think is happening. And I think it could be because some people have reservations with October coming around the corner. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
That's your opinion. You're welcome to it.
I'm not saying it's a good opinion.
I don't see it really struggling that bad.
Gotta run. Thanks so much for all the info and everything else you guys do. I have an alarm set to remind me about this live. This is the only one I do for that. Thank you, Dad's Junk. We appreciate it, my friend.
We appreciate you.
If there's a show, and I'm not talking about our show, if there's a show that comes on a repetitive nature, same time every week, set an alarm if you want to watch it. Whoever it is, support them. Because if you like their show, that's part of what helps. We're only human. At least I am. I don't know about this guy next to me.
I'm not human.
I'm only human. So the more reaction I get, the more I'm going to want to do it, the more I'm going to be better. What happened to my screen over here? It just, snap. Look at that.
But guys, I do want to say why he's trying to figure out his screen.
I'm already done.
Okay.
Say it.
I am going to be in Duncan, Oklahoma this weekend. So if any of you guys are in that area, you want to come by and say hi to me, I'd like to see you guys. So come on by. They sold out their show, so we will be there. The boss is going to be with me, so I got to be on my tippy toes. Got to watch what I do.
Becky One says this show is alarming. LOL. I don't know about all that, but thank you.
Thank
But
you.
no, if there's anybody's show that you like to watch their shows. I know different people have schedules that they do, and they stick to them. It's just like me. If I'm sick, this coin crew's coming up here to take my place, or I'll have Mike do it by himself or something. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We're going to make this schedule to the best
that means
of our
you guys
ability.
have to come over and join me on my channel.
Set your alarms and make sure you watch the people you want to watch. There's no doubt about that. I still, though, getting back to silver, I don't think it's struggling to hold the price. I think it's struggling to break this price structure that it's in right now. I think it's pretty solid right here. That's what I'm talking about. Because I looked at silver today and it's like down 50 cents. It was like 41.50 and now it's just below 41.
It is setting at 41.87, down 5 cents. It says.
Here's a great thing. C. Bob says, my gut feeling is when silver gets above 50 this time, that it will become the bottom for silver, just like gold hitting 3,000, never went down. It's a psychological barrier. What say you, Mike?
The way he thinks. I like the way he thinks.
I do like the way he thinks.
I'm hoping you're right. And if you got a crystal ball, can you send that to us? We'd like to use that.
I think if silver gets to 50 at the rate it's going, where it's going up a couple bucks, coming back, fighting a little bit, and then going up, I think that's going to solidify that 50 as a bottom. It's that straight like it did back in 1980, like it did back in 2000. It just almost straight up to 50. No, it can't hold that. There's too much pressure for it to come back down. Okay, here we go. Barbara Wall says, and yes, we were talking about this before the show. He got so excited talking about it and everything. Have you successfully recovered from your operation? Let them know. You got a foot there?
I do. Okay, guys. I am wearing now a house shoe.
There you go. He's got a house shoe. He's doing better. You said
I am. I still got to wear the boot off and on yet. I start therapy on the 16th. But they gave me driving permission again. I did try to drive today and my foot started going numb. So I told my wife, maybe just not yet.
You said you tried a tennis shoe earlier today.
I had a tennis shoe on. I drove my truck in to get an oil change. My wife picked me up. I told her my foot went real numb and everything. My leg swelled up a little bit. So I said, well, maybe not yet.
C-Bob says, what are you going to charge him for the crystal ball? He's interested in buying it. I know we all are, right?
Hey, I'll be glad just to rent it, and I'll pay whatever he needs.
I know, right? Is the price of silver still being manipulated by comics? I think the question should be, when is it not manipulated? Isn't it?
Yeah, it is still being manipulated by it.
Thank you, Sandoon. I appreciate it, my friend. So yeah, I just think, just my opinion, I think silver, if the COMEX, JP Morgan, all those would step back a little bit, it might help it go up a little. But I think silver is being manipulated a lot.
There's not a little to it. It's a lot, yes.
Yeah, but I think if these guys could step back, the biggest problem silver's got is more people view it as an industrial metal. And because of that fact, these different entities want to keep it suppressed, because if they don't, everything's going to go crazy. So yeah, that's something you want to look at too. I think a lot of
companies are afraid if it gets too high, they won't be able to afford to buy it to keep their company alive.
I think the economy could handle what silver's doing now, and I think it could easily, if it went up to 200 at the rate it's going up this past 2 years, I think the economy could handle it. But if it goes up too fast, no, the economy can't, and it won't stay. And
I'm going to tell you, silver is used in a lot of things, but did you ever notice the price of automobiles? And
I know they keep going up.
every
Not
year.
silver.
We're not talking a couple of $1,000. We're talking 10,000 plus. Cadillac. We was thinking about getting a new Cadillac. My last Cadillac I bought cost me $88,000. I went to decide to price another one. $138,000 for the same one I bought I'm talking in 2022, I bought that vehicle for that.
Sounds like you need to not buy Cadillacs no more.
We didn't. We changed our mind. We drove off.
Okay, we've got about 4 or 5 minutes left, so let's go over some of the chat, get caught up, and we'll kind of answer these next few questions quick. Not all of them have question marks. What do you think about the prices that the U.S. Mint charges for their products?
Guys, I don't think it's that bad. Take a look at Australia. Take a look at China. Take a look at, oh man, Great Britain. I mean, come on. They all got them type of numbers and then some. There's coins out there right now that's being made from like Australia that are going for ridiculous money, $300-400 an ounce.
Okay, I have a different opinion than him. Mine's shorter and quicker. They're outrageously priced. The U.S. Mint charges a lot. However, some of those items are well worth the money.
That's true.
That's pretty much the way it is.
That's true. But every once in a while, I got people to come in the shop. Well, God dog, I'd rather buy an Australia coin for 135.
Well, I'm not comparing the prices to other mints. I'm just saying price and relative to gold.
The thing is, people always say we need to support the U.S. Guys,
it's kind of hard to do that.
We got an eagle selling for 105 with a privy mark on it, like especially the ones that's supporting our troops. And you got an Australia coin selling for about $25-30 more. I don't know. I think I'd buy that eagle.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here's a question mark. C-Bob says, I still don't see the masses of population getting the hint yet in the market. I think we have a ways to go with the prices. Yeah, we do have a ways. It's going to take the mass public to understand silver and gold, along with gold, has value. There's no doubt about that. Email. Juan says email. Oh, here it is. Do I agree with the grade? Let's see what we got.
See what you got.
Share screen.
Now I can see again.
Share. I'm going to make this big so we can see it better.
Please do.
Oops, wrong one. Oh, this is probably that trio pack he got for me. Am I right, Juan? No, he didn't get it for me because mine were 93s, I thought.
Holy cow.
I don't agree with the first one.
No, I think they overgraded that one.
Yeah.
I think they overgraded the second one, too. Look at the streaks in it.
Yeah. Most of the time, I've seen them looking better than this. And they've only given me an MS67. I think the back looks good.
Too. No, the backs ain't strong enough for a
But still, they're toning. It looks like one of those 3-packs.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the grade. I don't know about you, but
I don't either.
I don't agree. But thank you for letting me know you got the email. Now I lost my chat again. Oh, there we are. They're beautiful coins. They could be better. I thought when I sold them, I thought I sold 93s, not 92. So those probably are not mine that he got for me. He got some for me, I thought. Okay.
I've never
Do you think the sunflower gold coin and PF70 will rise in value considerably over time? Yes. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I had a doctor bought 8 of them from me.
But do you think they're going to rise in value over time?
I do.
Most high relief gold coins from the U.S. Mint do rise in value. I think the cheapest one is like 4,700 or something for the high reliefs. Yeah, they're pretty good.
No, they was released for almost that.
No, I'm saying No, that's what I'm saying. Over time, they're going to go up.
Oh yeah, the cheapest one I think is the '09. I don't know why.
And
I
that's
think
like
pretty much.
47 or something,
Yeah,
4,500.
about 45 to 4,700. Yes, in the '70s.
Yeah. So, guys,
I do have one for sale too, by the way, guys.
I got one for
PCGS
sale
holders.
too. Man, this has been quite a week. So next week, I do got something a little bit highlighted. We're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about next week? We're going to talk about graders.
Grading companies and
We're
what
going
do
to talk
you
about
guys?
grading companies next
Yeah,
week.
we're going to talk about grading companies and how do we rank them.
Yeah, our personal opinions. How do we rank
We
grading
want you
companies?
guys' personal opinions. So think about that over the week and get back with us and see what you guys come up with.
So
Let's see how we all rank.
definitely come join us next week. Same time, 7 days from now. Of course, an hour earlier because we're ending right now. So I want to thank everybody for being here.
Now, guys, if you want, though, if I can reach out to each grading company and maybe talk them into watching and see how we rank them. What do you think?
There you. What do you guys think? Should we tell the grading companies to watch next Tuesday?
I work with all of them, so no big deal.
I think we should get opinions, and that way they can see your comments in the chat at the same time.
That's
I
right.
think we should say something to them. Go Dragon saying yes. So,
Okay.
guys, thank you so much for the support.
I'll reach out to them,
thumbs
have
up.
them watch next Tuesday. All right. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, it's
Thank you for watching.
definitely been a great night tonight. You guys rock. So I guess we'll see you next week, same time, same place. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.